I don't spend a cent on Gacha. I am completely F2P. And yes, that is true for me, but I also hear this constantly and I used to say it myself, like I meant it. I was outside of the system somehow, not part of the business model. But the truth is, if you played a Gacha game more than 1 week, you've already paid, not just in money, but you give up a lot of different things. The single most valuable thing a publisher needs isn't your wallet, if you would believe that. It's a big, active, visibly alive player base. And at that point, investors, partners, brand collab deals, even the whales themselves all look at the population numbers before committing serious money. A ghost town game can't attract new spenders no matter how good the monetization is. So F2P are the population. Every login counts toward daily active user numbers that get recorded to investors. Every completed daily quest is engagement data that proves the game is healthy. You're not just playing for free. You're the evidence a publisher points to when it says, look how many players love this game, so you should give us your investment. And that evidence is worth real money to them, even though it never touched your bank account. Now let's talk at the other part of this picture, whales. Why do whales spend? That is only means something if there is an audience to witness it. A whale showing off their maxed out roster, atop of the leaderboard clear, a gifted skin in a guild chat. None of that has any social value if the room is empty, and F2P players are the room. Some games like Honka Star Rail can have support characters when you pick a fight, and guess who is in that support list? So guess what? F2P are that room and you are the audience the whales are performing for, whether either side thinks about it or not. Some games even design around this specifically, using the guild systems, showcase profiles, because publishers know that spending is partly a social behavior, and social behaviors need spectators. Here attending the game even at $0 is part of what makes the whales money feel worth it. Also the advertising part. Every hour you spend logged in is an hour a publisher can advertise a limited banner onto you. They can show you a battle pass you're 1 tier away from getting your brand new character, or a nudge toward the starter pack, which only costs a few dollars because you're already emotionally invested into a roster you built for free. Maybe even give you the Ubisoft treatment, tell you how to use the shop in the tutorial. This is the actual business model. It is not about converting you into a spender necessarily. It's about keeping you present long enough that a small percent of players around you convert, and long enough that if you ever decide to spend even once on one convenient bundle, the game has already built the habit and the attachment that makes you feel comfortable instead of just the cold ad. Whether you personally ever spend is almost secondary to whether you stayed. Now, what do you actually spend with if you're completely FUP and you haven't opened your wallet? First of all is time. Hours of dailies, events, login streaks that exist specifically to keep engaged numbers up, not necessarily because the content is fun. Now, let me ask you something. During the COVID days, when you found out that Genshin Impact was a game, you downloaded it, you had so much fun with it, how many of your friends group you made play the game with you just because it was that fun? And at some point they just got Raiden Shogun, and Raiden Shogun is the most invincible character ever in Genshin. Now wouldn't they also tell you to pull Raiden? Even if you're still F2P, they will make you stay in the game to collect resources, gather up data, which I'll get to in a second, and also get Raiden Shogun. That's what they want. And now for data, what you engage with, how long you played, which banner makes you open the app more, what event made you stay the longest. That behavioral data shapes the future of the monetization design, aimed at players exactly like you and me, whether you ever personally spend or not. And now for the final way you spend in the game, being F2P, is the emotional investment. I'm not just talking about the roster you built. I'm not talking also about the story, even though those two are very important. But what about the city itself? How you feel when you get to play this game? And just spending $5 on a Lunite subscription? It would feel like a very reasonable purchase 2 years into Wuthering Waves, don't you think? Even though you never spent before. You're not paying money at that point. You're paying because you like the game, you want to support the game. And I want to be fair, because none of this makes F2P a scam or makes you a sucker for playing without spending. They decided to make the game for free, and whether someone wants to spend or not is a choice that the player themselves get to choose. And that's a fair trade in my opinion. You get a full game, sometimes an excellent one, for $0, and in exchange, you provide population numbers, social context for whales, and attention that get monetized indirectly. That's a fair value exchange, not exploiting you in any way, shape, or form. And to be honest, it would be better than an app infested with ads. So next time when someone say they're completely F2P, including me and you, just keep in mind, even though you're not paying with money, you will be paying with time and habits. And sometimes these habits are good, and those habits can make you click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss my next videos. My name is Valian, and I'll see you guys next time.